Hi, Mickey Quinn here with Retail Level Up. There are 3 things that I wish I had learned a lot earlier in my career, and I'm going to share them with you today. Now, I've had a great career. I've been really pleased with what I've accomplished, but there are 3 things that I wish someone would have tipped me off a lot earlier in my career. It would have been so helpful. First, in order to begin, in order to get started, you have to have commitment. That starts out by doing some self-reflection. What do you want? At first glance, that question sounds pretty easy to answer. But most people, as I have shared with you in the past, most people really have a clear understanding of what it is that they don't want. But when they're posed with the question of, well, what do you really want? It's kind of like the doors to the candy store have opened and the choices are overwhelming and everything looks so wonderful. You have a hard time narrowing it down and making a choice. You may have some parts of the answer to that question of what do you want, like you want to have plenty of money to pay your bills and live a lifestyle that you enjoy. Okay, great. Well, how much exactly do you need on a weekly or a monthly basis to pay your bills and live the lifestyle that you want? What's the number? Or you may want to have a flexible schedule. Well, what exactly do you mean by a flexible schedule? When is it that you want to work? How many hours do you want to work? Or maybe you know that you want to give back. You want to help others. Great. Well, but what does that mean exactly? What are you willing to do in order to give back? The first step in identifying what your goal is to identify what you really want. And that means getting very specific about exactly what it is that you want, because you have to know what it is that you want in order to craft the plan of how to make it happen. Second, you must have consistency. Once you've identified your goal, have committed to achieving it, you must consistently take action in order to bring it to fruition. If you want something you've never had, you have to do things you've never done. And when you attempt those things that you've never done, the chances are very high that you're going to fail. But if you don't fail, then you aren't even really trying. If you aren't at least a little uncomfortable as you're striving to achieve your goal, then you are not pushing yourself enough. Because achieving a goal almost always requires change. And change is hard and uncomfortable. But the more consistent you are, the easier it gets. How do you think great athletes achieve their results? By doing the basics, by practicing, running the drills, being consistent day in and day out. The greatest success comes from getting knocked down, but always, always getting back up. The third step to achieving your goals is to collaborate. And this is a step that a lot of people fail to do. Maybe it's because they feel they don't need it, or they should be able to do this on their own. No one achieves great success entirely on their own. Athletes, many business executives have coaches. Business owners, entrepreneurs have mentors. Asking someone for help, guidance, advice is a great way to give yourself a leg up. Why not tap into the knowledge and the wisdom of someone who has lived through their own mistakes and achieved the kind of success that you're trying to achieve? And if you really want to crush it and achieve your goals with even more speed and success, then select someone to give you feedback. That someone should be someone who you can trust to be objective, who can give you the brutally honest feedback of where it is that you need to improve. So those are the 3 steps that I wish I had learned a lot earlier in my career. Commitment, consistency, and collaborate. If you do those 3, you're going to crush your goals. For more tips like this, like us and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn, and wherever you get your favorite podcasts. Just search for Retail Level Up. Be sure to visit our website, retaillevelup.com, and sign up to get our email subscriptions. We send Monday Motivation and Top Tip Tuesday because we can all use a little extra motivation right now, and we can certainly use some top tips. Because now, even more than ever, It's time to level up.